What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Sound Design channel. My name is La, and today we're going to look at this really big melodic techno style bass. So let's have a little listen. All right, so this is the main sound we're going to focus on. Get the sidechain off. All right, so a really nice, big, dirty, growling bass. We're using Serum to make it. All right, so the sound that we're making is going to be made in Serum. So what I'm going to do is just duplicate this channel, and then I will just reset this to an init patch. And we can just bring this one up at the same time so then we can compare. So if you just want to grab this preset, you don't want to make the sound itself. It's just in the new Melodic Techno pack. It's called Melodic Techno Dimensions. Really, really great pack for Melodic Techno. And if you have Serum, I would highly recommend that you check it out. I'll link it down below. So yeah, let's go to this patch here. So we have the init patch, which sound a bit like this. So yeah, it's just a big growling sawtooth, which is not what we want. So what we want is these two oscillators, and we're going to have a filter on. This second oscillator is just down a little bit in volume, so we're mostly listening to this one. We're also having a sub-oscillator, but the sub-oscillator is going to have the volume all the way down. So we're only using this sub-oscillator to modify something. So the thing that we're modifying is this second oscillator here. So what we do is we go here, and we go on FM from sub. So that's filter modulation from the sub, which just means that this sub or sine wave is going to be modulating this waveform. You won't visually see it, but you'll be able to hear it, and I'll just play it so you can hear. So I'll just turn this one off, and I'll just bring this up. Pretty crazy sound. That's how you can make some dubstep and things like that. So yeah, we have this all the way over here. And what this is doing is just going to add this kind of dirty growl to the sound. We are going to filter it, so we don't want it to be too buzzy. And we'll bring this in. And now you're getting that dirtiness, that filth. Okay, so the other thing that we want to do is just mess with the envelopes a little bit. Let me just get this over here so I can see. Yep. So what we're doing with this is we have envelope 1, which is kind of just normal. It's just got a little bit of release. And then envelope 2 is the thing that's kind of modifying the cutoff filter. So we're going to have this, so it's got a little bit of a growl, so it gradually comes in. I believe it's at this 7.4, yeah, something around here. And we have low or medium decay, like there, a little bit of sustain, something like that, and then a bit of release again, just so it doesn't die off too soon. Let's attach this to the cutoff filter, and we don't want it to go both directions, so all I'll do is just hold down Shift, and then hold down Alt and click, and it will make it so it just goes in one direction. And we're just going to adjust this. I think this is there, around there, yeah. And we bring this to around here. And then we're pretty much there just by doing that. The other thing that's being added is we have a noise oscillator here, which is on the ARP circuit. So let's just put this on. Where are we? Here. And what the person who designed the preset's done is just made it so that it's like a little punch. So what we want to do is use this third envelope, and we're going to bring this right down. So this is just going to be a really quick attack, and it will just dip away straight away. And we put this onto here. So put the volume all the way down, and so it just comes in with this envelope. So you're getting that. And we don't want to filter it. We want it to come through, and that's going to help the bass to come through in the mix.
Hi, this video is sponsored by us. If you like these tutorials and want to support the channel, please check out our website packed with online courses and professional sample packs. Also check our ready-to-use and club-tested Serum presets. You can browse by the genre and style you're looking for, or get the incredible deal with the full Serum preset bundle. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to your tutorial.
Now we go to the effects. What we have is distortion, chorus, reverb. In fact, sorry, we don't have the chorus on. As you can see, it's turned off. So it's just let's just take that off to not confuse us. So we just have these three. It's important that we do it in this order, so the filter is after the distortion and the reverb. So first let's put the distortion on. This is a really great distortion preset, this diode. It's very dirty, as you can hear. We don't want it to be that strong, quite a lot less mix. Leave the drive where it is. They have done something with the filtering here, but we don't need to do that because we're going to filter afterwards. We're going to reverb now, so we're going to have it on here. You can play around with this. You can have it quite big if you want to, but let's just have it exactly how they have it. So we have a little bit of a low cut here. It's important that you low cut this because you're going to have too much reverb in the sub, which is not what you want. It's just going to sound muddy. And we have a little bit of this spin here, something like that. Yeah, nice. A little bit more mix. There we go. And then we'll just filter afterwards. So this filter is on this low 12. We're going to bring it here. And what he's done is he's applied a little macro to the filter. So then you can control the overall filter of the sound with this macro here. So if I have that all the way open, it means that this filter's all the way open. Let's add a little bit of drive, even though it's not on here. Yeah, it's nice. There we go. That is pretty much the sound. We'll put it in mono and legato. And put this always on as well, so this will help with gliding between the notes. And there we go. I think it's pretty much exactly the same. Can have a little bit more volume here. And a little bit less here. And there we go. So that is how you make that filthy bass. And all I've done with the processing is just an EQ, which is not doing too much. I just capped a little bit of the high frequencies. We've got a compressor just to compress the sound. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory. So that initial peak's not going to be too loud. And then you're going to hear a bit more of the quieter parts of the sound a bit more because we're compressing it. And then just a sidechain to the kick. With the sidechain, the way I've set it up, so it's nice and quick. So if you put a sidechain onto something, usually you might not put this EQ on, and it will mean the sidechain will be very slow. Well, not very slow, but it'll be a bit slow because it's reacting to the entire kick frequency, which can be the low end and the high end. So the first thing that's going to hit the compressor will be the low end, which is kind of a slow and low frequency. And then it's going to mean that the bass isn't going to be able to come through as well. So if you put an EQ, this is EQing after the kick. And then we're telling the EQ to just take frequencies from above 320 hertz. So you can see this very quick. Just take this off. And you can see there that the gain reduction is very slow. It's rather than a quick snappy thing. That way you're going to have a bit more of a nicer relationship between the kick and the bass. Obviously play around with this. It all does depend on how you want to mix your track, but this is something that I do quite a lot, and it helps with my kick and bass relationship. Cool. So let's have a listen to it in context. Just take this one off. And there we go. I think it sounds pretty much exactly the same. And the other things that are in this track, if you're wondering, like the drums and stuff like that, I took them all from the Melodic Techno drum pack. Let me just find it for you. I think it's it's this one here. So the Melodic Techno drum pack. I highly recommend that you grab this. It's actually got loads of good sounds. And even if you don't just make Melodic Techno, like these snares and things like that, they're really good. All the effects and rises and stuff, they're all from that pack as well. Cool. Thank you very much for watching this one, guys. I hope it was helpful and educational. If it was, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more of our content. Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.